Building muscle isn't easy, but it doesn't have to be complicated. Dr. Rob Wildman, PhD in nutritional science, is here to teach you the 10 laws of building muscle.
I'm Dr. Rob Wildman with our 9th law of our 10 laws for building muscle. This one is called Hydrate. We often forget about the importance of hydration. Our body is about 2/3 water, but yet, when it comes to having great workouts, we know that great workouts can be impeded if we're not properly hydrated. So it's very, very important that you hydrate throughout the day and you go into an exercise session in an optimal hydration state. We do see that some people walk around the gyms and they carry big containers with fluid and so forth. They are properly hydrating. But for people who get up first thing in the morning, maybe with a cup of coffee or so, they're coming out of sleep where they didn't drink anything, they probably didn't drink anything before bed, during sleep, and they're limiting their fluid consumption in the morning. For those individuals, it's very likely that they're entering an exercise session in a partially dehydrated state. In fact, there was a study done by Gatorade Sports Science Institute several years ago that identified that as much as 40% of the people going into a group exercise program were partially dehydrated. It's important to take hydration seriously because we know from years of research with endurance athletes that performance decreases when they're dehydrated. So how does that apply to somebody who's engaged in resistance training? Well, the same seems to be true as well. When people are dehydrated, they train less hard. The workout feels harder and they're not as strong. So it can impact the quality of your workout, and impacting the quality of your workout can affect your volume of workout and your results. So the next question is, how much? Well, water is found in food and it's also found in fluids. So general recommendations for water, maybe 2 to 3 liters in general. How does that translate into fluid consumption once you pull the water that you're getting from foods? Well, that could be 1 liter to 1.5 liters over the course of the day of just fluid. That fluid could be milk, it could be watery beverages and so forth. What I always recommend to people is drink water first thing in the morning, 8 to 12 ounces of water as soon as you get up. And then every 3 to 4 hours after, you should be doing the same thing. So over the course of your waking hours, you should be consuming 1 liter to 1.5 liters of water. And that's just for people who aren't sweating copiously, heavy sweaters. They need more fluid. They need more fluid during the exercise in which they're sweating and then immediately following as well, just to recover and to limit the dehydration that occurs. How do they know how much they sweat? Well, they can weigh themselves before and after they exercise. They'll probably have to do it once or twice if they're not consuming any fluid, or you consume your fluid while you exercise and you factor that in. But that's the best way, is just looking at changes in body weight and then compensating for the weight of the fluid that you consume. That concludes our 9th law of our 10 laws for building muscle. If you have questions, go to Twitter and see me, Dr. Rob Wildman, the Nutrition Doc. And for more questions and for great information on this and other topics, keep coming back to Bodybuilding.com.